Peace. Greetings to you all. It's your brother Naheem, BKA Lord Abba, aka Mr. Just the Facts. Just the facts, family. Just the facts. For those of you who are joining, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all share the video out. We want to start calling these people out who I deem the black buffer class. People that's in the way. I call them out. Everybody needs to know what's going on because they are so influential in the political sphere. So we have to challenge them. We have to challenge them. Um, if you would like to support, you can cash app BETHEPOWER. You can use the Patreon to become a monthly member. You can use the super chat. We also have a link in the description for our PayPal account. So I was listening to Roland Martin the other day. Every once in a blue, I check on topics, especially if they catch my ear. When we first started doing Be the Power, we did a piece on Byron Allen's Supreme Court case. So, and we had to break that down a little bit for the family that didn't really understand what was going on. And so when I seen that Byron Allen was the subject of Roland Martin's video, naturally, I clicked on it. And I remember I shared it with the brothers in the inbox. I was like, damn, I ain't going front, man. This dude, Roland Martin, went in on this joint. And I put it in the inbox. A couple hours later, the brothers and I jumped on our little phone conversation like we do damn near every day. And I repeated it. I was like, yo, that dude, I ain't gonna lie, Roland Martin went in on that Byron Allen piece in McDonald's and how he broke it down. He said, oh, you didn't listen to the rest of it? I said, nah, when they took like that little break and Reverend Barber and all of them was speaking, I cut it off. He was like, no, Brother Ali. He was like, you got to go back and listen to the rest of it. I was like, what was he talking about? Oh, he's trying to take his shots. He's taking shots at everybody. He mentioned ADOS, FBA, B1, Kwame Brown. He took shots at Kevin Samuel. I'm like, really? So I went back finally and I listened to it. And I said, oh, no. We have to respond. We have to respond. My brothers were busy today, and I couldn't let this day go by without touching on it. I know Brother Ali might jump on in a few, and Josh might jump on as well. So I'm gonna give in, our chat. Our audience is not as large as everybody else's, and it's okay. It's cool. Politics is not a popular subject, especially if you're not mixing in a lot of conspiracy theories and a bunch of other dramas, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. And shout out to everybody in the chat. I see y'all. I'm reminded of the Godfrey. I want to play this Godfrey video if y'all don't mind, because Brother Logic had posted this on Twitter after Godfrey posted it on his Instagram page, and this joint just went viral on Twitter after Brother Logic posted. And my brother Logic captioned it, "This is how some of the Democrats and Republicans sound to me." So let's play this Godfrey clip real quick. Oh, what happened? Why didn't this shit? Hold on, fam. Why did it do that? One second, fam. See if I can get this thing up. Oh, for whatever reason, it is not letting me pull this video up. I wonder why is that? Let's see. Nope, it keeps going to my screenshot. Oh, my PowerPoint I put together. So it is what it is. But I really wanted to show that Godfrey clip because that's what Roland Martin and his crew was doing to me. They were doing that soft shoe Negro shuffle when I listened to them. So what I want to do is I want to play a few clips of some of this stuff. Let me see if I could get this thing going. Nope. I still can't get that video. I hope I'm able to play my video clips. This is kind of crazy. That would not be good if I can't play my video clips. Let's see if I can see if I could get the bear with me, family. Bear with me. I'm having some type of technical difficulties here. For whatever reason, it is not allowing me to share my videos. Why is that? What is going on here? What is going on here? Let's see what happens if I do this. Nothing. Oh, this is bad, family. This is absolutely bad. It will not let me play my video clips. I'm on YouTube, brother Prime Macaroni Mac. I'm on YouTube as well. I'm broadcasting from Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. But right now, I'm having some issues. It will not let me share my videos for whatever reason. Let me try again. See what's going on. No, this is interesting.
Yeah, but also, I
Okay,
mean, here's the thing, like you said, Roland, people
wait a minute. Let's stop that. Let's do another screen share because I want to start with this person here that's on Roland's panel. So y'all let me know if y'all can hear this or not.
Yeah, but also, I mean, here's the thing, like you said, Roland, people don't even look at the details. I think there, and I said yesterday, there are plenty of examples of how Black people get screwed, justice is delayed, it's hard fought, or is denied altogether. But this COVID anti-hate crime bill is not one of those. It literally creates a DOJ employee position, which, by the way, you don't even need legislation to do this. They could easily do this on an executive level. But I understand that Congress wants to get a win, and
You know when people start doing, hey, by the way, and they start hunching their shoulders and squinching their face like that, you know that they're trying to convince you of something that is probably not right and exact. And if you can read people the way we read people and know people, then you know that's exactly what she's doing. I don't even know who this person is. I didn't take the time to look any of these people up. Besides Greg Carr, Roland Martin, I mean, I just wanted to focus on the stuff that they were saying.
they put this legislation forward, and it creates issuing guidance. This is not some new class of protection that's specifically only for Asian Americans. The hate crimes has been legal since the Title I of the Civil Rights Act, which was for Black people, by the way. And then in 2009, you have the Matthew Shepard and the James Byrd Jr. Hate Crime Act that was attached to the defense authorization. And so this isn't some, oh, all of a sudden now we care about hate crimes. Where is the Afro-American hate crimes bill? What are you talking about? Did you miss the 1960s? Did you miss the Civil Rights Act? Why are y'all mad about shit that has been in place for decades when we have the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, which, by the way, when it was introduced, what went viral that day? Kente Cloth went viral. So we have to get serious about how bad we want these things to pass. It's not cool to only bring it up when you want to talk about, oh, well, this person is getting that. Oh, they had Biden is reversing transgender discrimination. Oh, they've signed the anti-Asian hate crimes bill. Where's our black ass bill? Well, where is the energy to pass it? Why did we not seize the momentum when people were out in the streets and we had a bill on the floor to pressure Mitch McConnell to get up Rand Paul's ass when he was filibustering the anti-lynching legislation that had passed 2 times previously under the leadership of then Senator Kamala Harris, Senator Booker, and even Tim Scott unanimously? And it had passed in the House, and Rand Paul was the one who filibustered it. So we have to get our shit together and quit looking at, well, they got this and they got.
All right, so let's start here, right? Because she said a lot. Where's our black ass bill at, right? When reparationists, the black folk that she's talking about, was creating the energy to get behind reparations, they sent people like Roland Martin to quell that energy. They sent people like Roland Martin to quell that energy. That's what they did. They use people like this to try to convince us. And I'm going to pull up some stuff. I want to play some of these clips, right? I want to play. Yeah, that was the thumbnail. I used, Spiritual Warrior. Roland was crying when, what was that, man? Some legislation that got passed. I can't remember what it was. He was out there crying like I don't know, the Jesse Jackson when Obama won thing, fake tears. But I want to run through some of these clips, and then we're going to get into some of what these people are talking about. Because what she basically said is, where was the energy behind the things that we needed and we wanted, right? My brother, the OG, Otis said, tell your followers to check out my hashtag Trolley Martin. It goes way back. If you're on Twitter, type in hashtag Trolley Martin and see how the OG, who is super sharp, like, you know, these guys call for the smoke, man. You get an OG like Otis in the room with 20 of them, OG absolutely destroy these people, man. So, but I want to play some of these clips. I'm gonna get to the inbox. I see what you put in there. Let's play some of this stuff because I want people to understand how we're framing this. Hold on. My bad. This thing is acting funny tonight, man. I don't like that. Let's see what's going on here. This is acting real funny tonight, family. Really funny tonight. But we're going to try to get through it.
That they have, you can change the dynamic. And for those brothers and sisters who are focused on gun violence and the 36,000 people who are dying, it is tied to poverty. Yes, people are making choices. People are losing hope because folks won't invest in them. So when we have this resolution talking about this third set of opportunities, and when Biden, who I support, everybody knows that, and I love Kamala.
So this guy, he loves Kamala. It's not Kamala. They try to ghettoize her name to make her more palatable to black folks. She's not one. She's a Asian, right? Because Indian Americans, people who come from India, fall under the Asian title in America's racial classification system. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. He loves them. But the thing that he brought up that was interesting was the poverty piece. Poverty. There's nothing in any of these proposals that speaks to remedying the poverty issues of our people, which is why we push for reparations so hard. Something Roland Martin called the pipe dream. And you know why he called it a pipe dream? because that's a Democratic talking point. Shut these people up about reparations. Damn, they talking about it on the debate stage. Here come Roland Martin. It's a pipe dream. Although reparations became very popular with the base because average black folks started to look at their pockets and their bank accounts and say, wait, damn, right, we don't have no money. And they started listening to the arguments. Think about it. The New York Times, the Atlantic, many, if not all, made the Washington Post, Vice. I mean, several major news agencies did articles. One guy from the New York Times, a conservative, wrote a piece where he said why I changed my mind about reparations now. This guy said he changed his mind about reparations. So he looked at the data and the statistics. These are largely white people writing these arguments. Then you get the black guy, digital black media, Roland Martin talking about reparations is a pipe dream. We use the term black boule, and what we mean by that is that these people represent an elite buffer class. They are the barrier between those down here at the bottom and white folk at the top. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. White supremacy is the bird, and it has two wings, the right wing and the left wing. And we're going to get to that. Let's run through some of these crazy clips because I don't want to be here all night. We going to run through some of these clips, man, because this stuff that these people are saying is absolutely crazy. Oh, man. I don't know. I'm sorry, man. Oh, man. I don't know why this is doing this to me tonight. Why? Let's see where we at right here.
Here.
We can leave it at that. The George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, folks, will not be ready for a vote by May 25th, the first anniversary of George Floyd's death. Congressman Karen Bass emphasized that the bipartisan group working on the police reform bill wants to get it right. They haven't come to terms.
Listen how he goes into his news voice, right? He code switches here. Then he gets into the propaganda. Pay attention to this man, y'all, because we are studied over here and we are very well read. We are very well read. That's one of the knocks that they try to use. These people are not read. No, we have a clerisy over here. We are very, very well read, and we're reading something every single day. Every day.
Yeah, she suggested the legislation could still be voted upon in the coming weeks, and she's hopeful it will hold up in the Senate. Qualified immunity and a federal provision known as the color of law are two terms still being negotiated. The bill seeks to ban chokeholds and no-knock warrants and racial profiling at every level of law enforcement. You know, Reese, a lot of people keep black folks been hitting me, man. How did they pass the anti-Asian hate bill? And they ain't moved on this. First of all, to everybody who, I see Greg shaking his head. First of all, most of y'all fools ain't read the damn bill.
Exactly.
You ain't read it.
Don't hurt him.
No.
You ain't read it. It is not a specific Asian bill.
No, we did read it, Roland. We been read the bill. We read it when it first came out. See, we're different. We are different. We are different over here, family. We are a very well-studied group. And any one of us, is people in this chat that don't have no type of like social media platform like YouTube or Go Live that'll come up on this panel and absolutely destroy any one of these people. And they know it. They know it. So let's finish this out.
I mean, that's how dumb this is. And so a bill like the George Floyd Justice Act is already passed the House. It requires negotiation. what they're in. So these people are like, where's that? Well, where's the anti-lynching bill? And I've been challenging these fools. Well, how many of y'all even call your senator? Ooh. You're sitting there asses around here complaining, where's this? What have you done? That's the thing that kills me, Reese. I mean, and it's like, yo, this is why it takes negotiation.
Right.
I would rather them keep negotiating than have no bill at all. Make it happen.
Yeah, but also, I mean, here's the thing, like you said, Roland, people don't even look at the details. I think there are, and I said yesterday, there are plenty of examples of how Black people get screwed, justice is delayed, it's hard fought, or is denied altogether. But this COVID anti-hate crime bill is not one of those. It literally creates a DOJ employee position, which, by the way, you don't even need legislation to do this. They could easily do this on an executive level. But I understand that Congress wants to get a win. And
like, y'all got to hear how these people tell on themselves through this whole thing. She just said they really didn't need that. They could have just did it on the executive level. They could have did it on the executive level. Biden could have easily just signed something. What did Tamika Mallory say? Hold on.
So he did immigration, obviously stopping this stupid wall that they're building. He dealt with the Muslim ban, getting rid of the Muslim ban. He dealt with making sure that I think 11 million people will become citizens. So he's doing things, right? But with black folks, you can't just sign something to say stop killing black people. It's not that simple.
Well, you see, as long as you got people saying what Tamika Mallory just said, and they're all a part of that club, and what this person is saying right here, and what Roland is saying, we're never going to get anywhere, family. We're never going to get anywhere. That COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act, which was and is specific to Asian Americans, got passed in a matter of months. This sister right here, I don't know who this person is. I said I'm going to try not to use Coon, Sambo, and Sellout tonight. I'm going to try to stick with buffer class, maybe Boule here or there. I'm going to try to, because I want to have the debate. And so I'm going to be a little spacey a little bit today. Just a little bit. Because I want to see if Roland is going to be bold enough to call me up like he did the King Randall guy. Because, see, we're not Republicans or conservatives. We are policy-centered, focused on the descendants of freedmen. We are different. So let's finish hearing this person.
And they put this legislation forward, and it creates issuing guidance. This is not some new class of protection that's specifically only for Asian Americans. The hate crimes has been legal since the Title I of the Civil Rights Act, which was for Black people, by the way.
See, this is gaslighting 101. Oh, it's not just for Asian Americans. Roland repeats this as well. It's not just for Asian Americans. It's for everybody, and it goes back to the original Hate Crimes Act. Family, what? I'm gonna get into that. Matter of fact, this is when these people are talking. This is what I hear.
White folks fight that bad. Look at that. I'm so happy. Do my happy dance.
That's what I hear. The old Negro soft shoe hustle right there. That's what I'm hearing. So I want to run through these clips before I get into my presentation. I want y'all to hear some of what these people are talking about. Like, this is just craziness. We got to get to this guy right here, Greg Carr, man. We have to get to this guy. We have to get to Carr. This guy is just ridiculous to me.
The legislation day. Do you know why? Because they understand that there is no silver bullet in one bill, in one piece of legislation, but every time you win an incremental victory, and if and when they take out qualified.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Listen to these people, family. They speak with forked tongue. Let's go back. Listen to what he said carefully. Listen to what he said carefully.
In one piece of legislation, but every time you win an incremental victory, and if and when they take out qualified immunity, the George Floyd Act is a toothless act, but it's got one more tooth than it did the day before it signed.
What is that? Incremental. Family, if y'all would have listened to this whole thing, y'all would have heard these people talking about, and Roland Martin talk about it's based on the Civil Rights Act, fool. It's based on the, I'm trying not to, woo. Like, I don't know if this dude was raised by his aunties or something in the church. I don't know, but listen to these people. Everybody uses, and I'm going to get to that when I start getting into my PowerPoint. Everybody uses our stuff to advance everybody else. Everybody uses our stuff to advance everybody else. So while Asian Americans could get a bill in a matter of months with monies attached to it, we have to get these incremental victories that are toothless but just got one tooth. Although they're going to remove qualified immunity, people like Greg Carr and Roland Martin is trying to condition you to accept the fact. They're trying to condition you to accept the fact that qualified immunity is going to be removed out of this bill. That's what Clyburn said. He's now put, okay, let's get the bill done because it's going to make them look, see, and then they're going to go in front of the people and say, we got the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act killed. Okay, so it's going to ban chokeholds and something else. So we'll find some new ways to kill these niggers. Excuse my expression. I can't stand that word. I'm just mimicking the white supremacist race soldiers. And guess what's going to happen after we kill them? Qualified immunity. That's not in the damn bill. These people are jokes. Whenever y'all want to have the debate, Roland, I'm right here.
Keep going. Every time you push a little farther, you get closer to the resolution. This country is not going to exist in its current formation. What these white boys going to understand one day is that the only hope they have of not having to meet their maker in the streets of these very cities they think they're protecting is policy that will somehow, going back to what you said, Mustafa, a second ago, will somehow create some safety nets for all of us. Because if all of us don't get a safety net, ain't nobody gonna have a damn safety net.
Rising tides lift all boats. It got to be safety nets for everybody. Only if they get their stuff passed in a matter of months, we got go back to the 60s, fool. You know what this sounds like to me, family? This sounds like
white folks ain't that bad. Look at that. I'm so happy. I just do my happy dance.
That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like some soft shoe, Negro, toe tapping, happy dancing. That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah, Greg Carr could get up there and say white supremacist and white boy, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, we'll let you say that. We're going to let you say that because we know that's going to still attract a certain type of militant, the ignorant militant, right? That don't really know politics, but want to understand. So they're listening to this pseudo Afrocentric scholar in Greg Carr. Soft shoe. Good eat. Good dude. Let's get, we're going to get to some, we're going to get through these clips and then I'm going to go in. Let's get through some more of these clips, family, because this is craziness to me. I don't know what these people think.
It applies to people with disabilities. Again, for ignorant asses who don't read. For those of you who literally know nothing, I mean, you know nothing. Title IX. I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and type Title IX.
What he's doing right now
no black women.
is trying to tell y'all that the Asian American Hate Crimes Bill, under the name the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act, is centered in and rooted in the Civil Rights Act. And he's gonna give, just watch this.
Women who are black, just like there's no black people who need accommodations, brother.
What is? I know I got my last guess. I know that. What is Title IX? Title IX is a federal civil rights law.
Hey, this is the epitome of a false equivalent right here. This is the epitome of a false equivalent. He's talking about Title IX. He's trying to convince black folk. This is like Barack Obama going to the Apollo and singing, I'm so in love with you. And they're like, oh, he can sing. He knows our songs. This is equivalent to that to me. Oh, it's rooted in something that's for us. Oh, well, give me my pom-pom so I can go out there and now cheer for this act that was passed in a matter of months while we have to get incremental victories. That's what Greg Carr said with the bill that's toothless. But wait, it has one tooth, he said. First he called it toothless. Then he said, well, it got one tooth. Well, what is the tooth? If they can still get away with killing us. And just what this is what Roland Martin is doing here is it's redundant.
Passed in 1972. Where did it come from? The 1964 Civil Rights Act. Why? Because there was a racist from Virginia named Judge Smith who thought that he could kill the 1964 Civil Rights Act by inserting a provision in there about women. What the dumbass racist didn't realize was it actually garnered more votes. So 8 years after the 1964 Civil Rights Act was passed, guess what? Oh, Title IX was created. So here was a bill black people fought for, was not named after black people, that actually others benefited from. Let me just give the last.
White folks ain't that bad. Look at that. I'm so happy. Do my happy dance.
This dude, Roland Martin, man. Like, dude, y'all, I know y'all see what's going on. He is creating fallacious arguments. He is abusing the three main tenets of the fallacious arguments: the ethos, pathos, and logos. He's abusing them because he knows that his audience is largely ignorant. They don't know this stuff. They don't know policy like that. How can you get up here, talk about a bill designed for somebody else, and then say, hey, stupid asses, and y'all know I don't use profanity, but I'm trying to capture, I guess, this guy's stuff. Hey, stupid asses. Don't y'all know this stuff is rooted in our bills? If it wasn't for our bills, we wouldn't be here. It did, like, family, man, this is how they trick us year after year after year. And I'm gonna, of course, I'm gonna get into some more of that stuff, man. So let's see what else we got up here. Let's see what else we got up here. We're gonna play these clips and then I'm gonna run through some things. No more of this soft shoe Negro tap dancing. No more of that. Where we at? Are we here? Yeah, I think we are here.
I do. That's what we share on this show. But too many of y'all want to sit on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and bitch and moan. And what y'all gonna do? What you gonna do?
That's right.
It's education time. And bottom line, Greg, I'm sick and tired of these people. Again, listen to folk who are preying on their emotions, who are doing the same thing to y'all that Trump's doing. Pushing your racial buttons, and you end up attacking black people who are actually fighting for you. Y'all can go ahead.
So here, Roland is talking about we are somehow doing what Donald Trump was doing. This is, and I was a 5%er, but in the 5%ers come out the Nation of Islam. We call this trick knowledge. This is tricknology that he's trying to use. He's gaslighting people into believing that if you fight for your tribe of people, something is wrong with you. Something is obviously wrong with you. And if you call out anybody that is trying to camelback off of provisions that was designed for you so that they can advance, then you are somehow doing what Donald Trump is doing. We got to get people like this out the way, fam. We got to get people like this out the way, period. We got to get them out the way. Let's go to this next one. They're gonna get this work, and we trying to see if Roland going to come debate.
That's right.
Okay, y'all talking all this trash about well, George Floyd Justice Act. How many of you punk asses have called the centers for you from?
Right.
See, y'all don't want to go there. All y'all want to do is sit here and bitch and moan. Man, the CDC ain't shit. They ain't done nothing. They ain't done nothing. What your ass have done? Tell me that. Tell me that. So again, if any one of y'all, please tell me, the Asians got their bill. Read it.
We ready.
Tell me how that bill is specific only to Asians.
Oh, I'm getting to that, Roland. Don't worry. It's coming.
It's not. That's what happens when all y'all do is listen to fake ass YouTube never will be's.
Oh no, we will be
taking more of your money.
We are
fools. Shit, here what so and so said. So and so said. So and so did this here. So and so said this here. We need to get ours. Where's our check? Where's our check? Matter of fact, all y'all talking all this shit. How many of y'all call your congressional member about HR 40?
HR 40?
Lord have mercy.
See, since y'all wanted to invite hashtag Team Whip That Ass to today's show,
that's what they are. Team Whip That
I
Ass.
decided to unleash it.
Lord have mercy.
All right, let's do this, because this guy, like, you gotta understand what he's doing. And well, let me give you a visual of what he's doing.
Kadink, kadoo. White folks ain't that bad. Kadoo. Look at that, look. I'm so happy, I just do my happy dance.
That's all he's doing, soft shoeing. And he's trying to use this blustery language. How many of y'all called y'all congressmen? Okay, let me share this email. For HR 40. This is me, lordabba@gmail.com. That's my email address. We did calls and we did emails. Congressman Doug Collins of the subcommittee, because we had to get in contact with the people that was in our locale who were on the subcommittee. We requested that Dr. Darity, Duke professor and reparations scholar, is allowed to provide expert witness and testimony during the upcoming subcommittee hearing on HR 40 on Wednesday, February 17, 2021. Congressman Doug Collins should have received revisions for HR 40 via email from the Fix HR 40 campaign. Shout out to the reparationist collective all over the United States of America. Shout out to them brothers out and sisters out in California. Shout out to Brother Chris. If I'm not mistaken, he was the one that helped. And I think Friday were the ones that were instrumental, Friday Jones, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, drafting that legislation, those emails, so that we could send and call our congressmen. And that's what we did. And we left voicemails, and we sent emails. See, he don't know us, but he gonna know us today. He gonna know us today. So I want to play one more clip, and then we gonna get off of here. We gonna get off of this particular thing, and I want to move on to something because we gotta call these people out for their condescension, and it starts with Barack Obama, man. Yeah, people don't know how much damage this dude did, but I'm gonna play something, and then I'm gonna play something that Roland Martin said. And I'm going to show y'all the attack on black men by the Democratic Party, which we covered on this channel. And y'all know, after my debate with Myson, we came up here and I cooked Myson for being an anti-black man / black man hater. Talk about black men don't protect black women, running with this Black Lives Matter attacking black men thing. And let me play this, y'all. Let's play this. Let's play this last one.
Because y'all love sitting here talking about, you listen to mess. You listen. I'm just going to go old school black. See, you listen to mess. You listen to mess. See, this is what happened when y'all spend y'all time just talking about, I want a high net.
He
net
dissing
worth
Kevin
man.
Samuels
I want
right
a
now.
high net worth woman when your own mama and daddy couldn't make your list.
What's so funny about this? I listen to Kevin Samuels. I rock with the brother. That's not the position of everybody on Be the Power. Some of the brothers don't rock with the brother, and we have our debates about it. Somebody left the post on the last video, said they was going to not watch our channel no more because I said I rock with Kevin Samuels. And it just goes to show the personality worship that has crept in to our psyche ever since, I guess, comedians and entertainers had to speak with us back in the 60s. But it is what it is. But what he just said is what the brother Kevin Samuels be saying. You asking for something that your mother and your own father wouldn't even fit the bill for. That's what the brother says on his platform. I mean, some people don't like Kevin. People in the chat right now, and I love Kevin. I don't care for him, right? It is what it is. I'll go off the message. I don't agree 100% with everything. I don't agree with 100% everything nobody says, really. Really? So let's finish this. Let's finish. Peep the contradictions.
Yeah, y'all don't want me to have that show one day, do y'all? Matter of fact, I might go ahead and do that. Well, I might just have an hour dating show and just go ahead and just barrel.
Yeah, he gonna jump in and get some of that clout.
Because it's just
come with
dumb.
using Kevin Samuels.
But see,
name.
when you got folk who go, man, I can't stand, no, we don't know what's going on. But see, when you spend your time listening to gossip, when you spend your time on mess. See, that's what happens when you do that. Whole bunch of y'all caught up in Kwame Brown and Stephen
now he
Jackson
dissing Kwame Brown
and Matt Barnes, acting like some damn 10-year-olds, posting videos, threatening each other, talking about each other. Yeah, I don't cover that bullshit here. I don't. I don't give a damn who J-Lo's sleeping with right now.
Right.
I don't care. I don't care who the hell somebody dating. I don't care. That's why you don't get that mess on this show. Now, if y'all want to go listen to gossip with lace fronts, go on right ahead.
Y'all know who he talking about, right?
All right.
There's nothing wrong with lace.
He talking about that sister Vicky Dillard. Now, this is what everybody put me on. He's talking about that sister with Vicky Dillard. I mean, that sister Vicky Dillard. So what did he say?
All right.
There's nothing wrong with lace fronts, Roland.
No. Bad lace fronts.
So this man just got on here. This man just said, y'all acting like 10-year-olds talking about people, and then you get on here and you talking about a sister who has a bad lace front. Like, these people are so obvious, they're so phony. See, I don't know if Roland grew up in the hood. Because he called himself Uncle Roro. He said, come holler at Uncle Roro. See, in the hood, we only called the sisters Roro. If they had a name like Rochelle, we'd be like, yo, Roro, what's good? the dudes, you know, if their name was Ronald or something, or Roland maybe, then we would just use the term Ro, not Roro. We called the women Roro. And there you go, talking about bad lace fronts after saying how people get on social media and talk about each other like high schoolers, like children. I mean, it's ridiculous, the hypocrisy. But this is why we're doing this now. We're pulling this dude's card. So what I want to do real quick is I want to play something. I want to play something before I get into with what this guy said on his platform, what the people on his platform said. But I want to go to something before I get into my little PowerPoint. So let's do this real quick. Y'all's favorite president. Let's see what he says.
I need you to make phone calls. I need you to knock on doors. I need you to call up Cousin Pookie.
Cousin Pookie.
Pookie, it's time to vote. I need you to go.
That was funny.
I need you to go.
Yeah, see, that was funny. There are New York Times articles that were written about this guy, right? See, Barack Obama wouldn't have went to a Spanish rally and said, I need you to get your cousin Essay up off the couch. I need you to get him up off the couch, right? Or use some pejorative or name that's associated with Hispanics in a pejorative way, in the same way he used Pookie. Because that's what these boule types do. They look down and they talk down upon us. But see, we're here now, and we're going to call them out on it. So don't ever forget this. Y'all make sure y'all share this video out. Y'all make sure everybody see this video and let them know that it's new players in town. And any last one of us on Be the Power will go on Roland's platform. In fact, we could have a platform versus platform debate. Bring your whole crew. Because Carl said we don't read enough. He always saying that, trying to belittle our education. He doesn't know what we read. I got books all around me, all over my desk, on my left side and on my right side. All in my living room, on my end tables, on the sides of my couch. I got books on the table next to my nightstand in my bedroom. Everywhere. So one more. Let's play one more. This is Roland. But now watch how Roland comes in the same exact vein. He tried to diss brother Kwame Brown. But one of the things that Kwame Brown did was expose this boule class, the Stephen A. Smiths, for instance, who get off for talking down on black people, black men, let me say. That's what Barack Obama did there. Go and call your cousin Pookie up off the couch. Oh, Barack Obama was horrible for black Americans. 8 years of horrific policies that decimated the barely hanging on black middle class. Decimated it. I'll pull the articles up if somebody dares me. Let's see if Roland and his crew has the heart, has the gumption, the testicular fortitude to call us up on the platform like he did that King Roland, whatever, what's his name? King, the bootstrapper, fake black conservative guy. Call us up on the platform because we ain't no Republicans or no conservatives. We don't rock with the right at all. So here's Roland. Here's Roland. Here we go. This is in Athens, Georgia, right? Not too far from where I live. And they was down there doing the electric slide and the collard green shuffle. I'm like, look at this mess. And then this clown, I said I wasn't going to do that. I want it to be about the information because if you call them something, they'll harp on that and try not to combat anything that you're saying. So let's get into this.
Not it being a coin flip. What I'm trying to say is we see example after example where every single vote counts.
Can y'all hear that? Let me know if y'all can hear that.
Somebody who's sitting in your house, who's eating your food, who's sucking up your Wi-Fi and your heat. If they are not going to vote, I suggest you tell them it's time for you to find another place to live.
Whoa, did y'all hear that? Hold on, let me go back some.
Chosen not to sit around and voted, it would not have been a coin flip. What I'm trying to say is we see example after example where every single vote counts, which means that if there's somebody who is sitting in your house, who's eating your food, who's sucking up your Wi-Fi and your heat, if they are not going to vote, I suggest you tell them it's time for you to find another place to live.
Kick them out. Kick them out.
If you date the brother, he want to give you a tap on your shoulder, you like, that ain't happening unless you vote.
Oh, no, you can't get none unless you vote for the Democrats.
If you've got neighbors and friends who are constantly complaining about politics, complaining about issues in Washington, D.C.
All right, let's cut. So basically, what the guy, Roland Martin, was saying is if you know somebody that's not going to go vote or vote for Jim Crow Joe Biden, I didn't, kick them out. Now, he said this in December, family. COVID was at its height in the winter, the middle. Y'all see how he's dressed? Y'all see how the crowd is dressed? December. Kick them out if they're not going to go vote. What type of message is that? What type of message is that, family? Kick them out if they don't go vote. Sisters, don't give that brother none. If he ain't going to go vote for Jim Crow Joe Biden, who passed the 94 crime bill that decimated the black male population, kick him out. Don't even give him none. That was what he was implying there with the shoulder tap. Now, we got to call these people out, family. No more of this crap. The first segment of that Roland Martin piece was excellent. I sent it to Brother Ali. He went out. I said this earlier. This is for those of you who are just coming in. And my brother Ali came back and was like, you must not have watched the whole thing. I'm like, nah. What happened? He said, bro, you got to go back. He was taking shots at everybody. ADOS, FBA, B1, the freedmen, the descendants of freedmen, because that's who all of those groups are, descendants of freedmen. So honors to the fam. I can't really see the chat because I'm on tonight. Peace to my sister, Angela Nirvana, long time no see. Sister Riri is in the building. Brother Corey, my brother Prime, FFADOS now in the building. Every Lady K, Tanzania, or Tanzania, I should say. Demetra, Joel Armstrong, Satra Del Reed, KD, Lady K Love, excuse me, etc., etc. All right, so let me get into some of what I put together insofar as my PowerPoint. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. Let us get into this. So this is from the bill. Let me see if I can blow this thing up so it could show up. I don't know, because I'm not going to be able to see it once I go into full screen mode. But I'm gonna try to see if I could get this thing to blow up just a little bit. I don't know. I can't see what y'all are looking at. I can't see the screen and how it looks on y'all end because it takes up, I got two monitors. It takes up one monitor so that I can look at the other monitor and see what's coming up next. But remember, they kept stressing the point that the COVID hate crimes bill wasn't a specific Asian American bill. Roland Martin said out of his lying mouth that it was for everybody, family. Well, this is the bill. And the reason why it looks like this, family, because when these Senate bills get passed, and this is Senate Bill 937, they show it like this so it could look like it's on digital parchment paper. I guess that's the right term. Not is it parchment paper? I could be using the wrong type of term. I don't know. I could be off on that. But let's the 117th Congress of the United States. See if I can move this out the way. Okay. So at the first session begun and held at the city of Washington, yada, 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 to facilitate the expedited review of COVID-19 hate crimes and for other purposes. be it enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America in Congress assembled, meaning this passed the House and it passed the Senate. Section 1, short title. This act may be cited as the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act. These people said that there was no specificity in this bill. They lied. Anybody y'all know that supports the Roland Martin platform, make sure y'all send them this video. It's people that watch this man's channel. Find the video where he's doing the breakdown of the lawsuit that Byron Allen brought against McDonald's and watch the second half of it. Let's look at what the bill says. See if it's specific to anybody. Because we did some keywording here. Oh. I don't know how well y'all can see that. I don't know. Hopefully y'all can see that. But I highlighted all of the places where it said Asian American. And I want to read it. Let's read this thing. Section 2, the very next section. Congress finds the following. Following the spread of COVID-19 in 2020, there has been a dramatic increase in hate crimes and violence against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. Sounds like specificity to me, family. We got to get incremental victories. The George Floyd Justice and Policing Act doesn't even mention African Americans, fam. Doesn't mention us at all. Subsection 2 says, according to a recent report, there were nearly 3,800 reported cases of anti-Asian discrimination and incidents related to COVID-19 between March 19, 2020 and February 28, 2021 in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. What we would like to see, I want to see that data, that all of these crimes were because of COVID-19. I want to see those stats. I want to see admissions that when the attack happened, people were saying it's because of COVID and calling them by some, because family, you got to understand the slick language that's being used here when they say Asian Americans. It's not just Chinese. It's also Korean, North or South. It's also Japanese. It's also Indians, red dot Hindu folk, the Singhs in them. Look up who falls under Asian American, family. We need this information disaggregated. You see, Roland Martin, we are on different time here, bro. We're not stupid. You can't fool us. Let's continue. Number 3, during this time frame, race has been cited as the primary reason for discrimination, making up over 90% of incidents, and the United States condemns and denounces any and all anti-Asian and Pacific Islander sentiment in any form. That sounds like specificity, Roland. Y'all lied. You and that let me not say ditzy. You and that sister lied. Y'all lied on live and said that this bill wasn't just for Asian Americans. Ain't no black folk named in here. Ain't no other folk named in here. Number 4, roughly 36% of these incidents took place at a business, and more than 2 million Asian American businesses have contributed to the diverse fabric of American life. Oh, wow. That must be nice. That must be nice. Number 5, more than 1,900,000 Asian Americans and Pacific Islander older adults, particularly those older adults who are recent immigrants, or have limited English proficiency, they can't even speak the language, may face even greater challenges in dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic, including discrimination, economic insecurity, and language isolation. Okay, what does that mean? 6, in the midst of this alarming surge in anti-Asian hate crimes and incidents, a shooter murdered the following 8 people in the Atlanta, Georgia region, 7 of whom were women and 6 of whom were women of Asian descent. Before I go to this next slide, this man didn't hate these people because of the, what did Donald Trump say? Kung flu? The coronavirus. He did. That's not what, look up. He said why he did what he did. Has something to do with him being some type of sex addict and being embarrassed or something like that. It had nothing to do with that. Yet this gets in the bill. See, Roland and his crew of smart dummies, they're smart dummies. They're deceivers, Decepticons. They get up there and try to make it seem like we should support this bill because it's rooted in something for us. So let's go to the next slide. This is in the bill. Oh, the names of these people that were murdered. I can't see the chat, y'all, but both of my screens are taken up. I can't see what nobody is saying. These are the names of the people, family, who got murdered by a man that didn't kill them based on COVID-19. This bill is law. This bill is law, family. Nothing for us. But they said, we complaining. Where's our black bill at? I know. What did that sister say? Where's our black ass bill at? So this is what Roland was referencing when he was talking about, the hate crimes bill, the Jabara Haya No Hate Act. This is Section 5. Because Roland said we didn't read it. Well, we've been read it. We've been read this bill. This section may be cited as the Khalid Jabara and Heather Heyer National Opposition to Hate, Assault, and Threats to Equality Act of 2021, or the Jabara Heyer No Hate Act. These was white people, family. Heather Heyer got ran over by the people of Charlottesville. The Khalid Jabara, I forget. Oh, damn, I forgot that fast. I think he was murdered. May have been murdered by some white supremacists or something, but because of his religion, I believe he was a Muslim. Pull his picture up. Khalid Jabara, white, a white Muslim. The whole family look white to me. What is this guy Roland talking about? This is an important part, and I want y'all to put a pin in this. Subsection B2, it says, according to data obtained by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the incidence of such violence increased in 2019, the most recent year for which data is available, because Roland mentions 2019, y'all, in these acts. He mentions that 2019. But I want to, before I get to that, y'all stick a pin in that. Let's get to this monster right here. Y'all remember him, right? Walked up in the church and killed our innocent freedmen, aunts and uncles and cousins in the South. What did he say? That he wanted to start a race war. Hate crime. Hate crime. Those people got their names in the bill, family. Did you see the names of any of these murdered freedmen in that bill, family? I want to read their names, if y'all don't mind. I want to read their names. The Reverend Clementa Pickney, who was 41 years old. Cynthia Hurd, 54 years old. The Reverend Sharonda Coleman Singleton, 45 years old. Tywanza Sanders, 26 years old. Ethel Lance, 70 years old. Susie Jackson, 87 years old. DePayne Middleton Doctor, 49. That's South Carolina. Some of my peoples. Shout out to my dudes, Debo, Suge, and Sheen. That's their last name. and our families come from the same portion of South Carolina, Ridgeville, South Carolina, and Dorchester. Yeah, I'm Geechee on my mother's side. That's a fact. The Reverend Daniel Simmons, 74. Myra Thompson, 59. We got to say their names because their names wasn't included in the act, family. According to Greg Carr and Roland Martin, we have to accept incrementalism when it comes to our people. Yeah, the bill is a toothless bill. Well, it got one tooth, but we got to take it as it comes in increments. That's what Greg Carr said. This is what this Boule buffer class is trying to condition your mind to believe. But the difference now, and 10 and 15 years ago, is that we got social media now. We have YouTube. So we can get around their gaslighting and start reaching people and stop fighting each other and start focusing on our enemies and crush them with the information and let them know that where's the link at? We'll pull up. We'll pull up. Where's the link? Because y'all can't mess with us. We different. We are the descendants of freedmen. We are the descendants of freedmen. So remember, I spoke of 2019. This is from Statista.com. Y'all know I always pull this up. 2019, number of hate crime incidents, 1,930. Black people lead. Black people lead. If you add up all of the other groups, white, Hispanic or Latino, other, Asian, multiple race groups, American Indian, Alaska Native, Arab, Hawaiian, or other Pacific Islander, the number came to 2,033. Only 130 more. 130 more family than us combined as a people. What are they doing for us? Because Roland Martin and them is telling us to shut up. Because Roland Martin is trying to get that big contract with Byron Allen. And he want to make sure that when that revenue for advertisement of black media goes from, what was it, 2% to 5% to 10%, I can't remember at the moment, he gets that big slice of that pie so he get to gaslight the rest of America for the Democratic Party. Stop playing with us. Because this is what's going on in New York. NYPD sponsors self-defense class after rise in their anti-Asian attacks. Whoa. The New York Police Department is in New York City beating young black men down, shooting them, stomping them out, beating them up. Hate crimes, family, that they get to use qualified immunity to hide behind. This is from that article. When I say go, it should be a trigger in your head that says, this person is coming to attack me. The open areas are right there. I got to execute my techniques. Levy told Levy, this Jewish guy teaching a bunch of Chinese and other Korean, etc. folks, told students at the Bay Ridge, Brooklyn martial arts studio, I want you to picture that person walking at you. Who did they say were committing these crimes, family? Black folk, black men in particular. So New York is creating the grounds of a stand your ground situation. I got scared. I got scared, and I seen the big black man, and he was coming at me, and I pulled my knife out or whatever it was. Maybe he owns a Chinese restaurant, and I just shot him because I thought that he was coming. Look at what this guy said. When I say go, it should be a trigger in your head that says this person is coming to attack me. I want you to picture that person walking at you. What the hell is Roland Martin and them talking about? Not today, fam. Not today. That time is over where the black buffer class, the boule, get to gaslight us. Okay, damn, I thought I put the link in the inbox for my bros. Man, hold on, bros. I gotta come out of this for a second. Let me come out of this for 1 second. Ali, hold on. Because my bro asked me for the link. I thought I put the link in the inbox. Hold on 1 second. Y'all bear with me. Roland Martin getting his work today. And we're going to see if he's going to call us out. Because he said it. I'm going to call y'all, anybody that keep talking this mess and they want to smoke, I'm going to call y'all. Well, let's see if he's going to call Naheem, a.k.a. or BKA Lord Abba, a.k.a. Mr. Just the Facts, to come on his platform. Let's see. Let's see if he's going to do that. So, I mean, I could get to some of this other stuff, but wait for my bro to jump on, and I don't know. Let's to go along, to get along, gang. Somebody said he ain't calling BTP out. He know better. They see, when it comes to certain individuals, see, they go in the building, the club, but they go sit in the no smoking section. They don't come in the smoking section when we come in. They go find the corner to chill in and talk and key among themselves. Corey Loren said we should bombard his social media platform with BDP. My brother Prime said, since it was rooted in the civil rights, we got to look for LGBT, white women, Hispanics, and black people in his bill. Matter of fact, okay, I'm glad you said that. Hold on. Let's go to this. This right here. This is the HR 7152. This is the Civil Rights Act of 1964. It says, let me move this out the way. It says, with the passage of the 1964 Civil Rights Act, the federal government offered its immense power to the struggle to realize a more just and inclusive American society that had begun a century earlier with Reconstruction. See, Reconstruction is for our people, Roland. It ain't for everybody else. You can't do no third Reconstruction. And y'all talk about the rising tide lifts all boats when we are economically at the bottom in this country. No more of that. No, it's not happening no more. It said the act did not fulfill all the goals of civil rights activists. It would take a further grassroots mobilization, judicial precedent, and legislative action to guarantee civil rights for African Americans. Man, that was that incrementalism that Dr. Carr was talking about, because the sister got on and was like, where's our black ass bill at? Duh, don't y'all know about the Civil Rights Acts in the 60s? Well, according to the Library of Congress, where we just pulled this from, it said that this act did not fulfill the goals. It's now 2021, and these people still talking about taking baby steps. Basically, well, we got a foot in the door in the 60s. Then we got a knee. Now we got a little hand and the elbow. We ain't got no body parts. No, the descendants of freedmen kicking the door, boom, kicking the door, waving the 4-4.
That's right.
Ain't no more incrementalism. Y'all do not speak for us. Y'all don't speak for us. I want you to come in after I read the rest of this, Ali.
No doubt.
In response to a new wave of protests. Oh, man, these people been playing us for so long, and they've been using people like Roland Martin to carry it out. Roland Martin don't move in the spirit of Dr. King at all. In response to a new wave of protests, the U.S. Congress soon followed the Civil Rights Act of 1964 with the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Damn, all of these different acts. which were nothing but repeats of all the stuff that was passed during Reconstruction. There was a Civil Rights Act in 1866. What did we need one in 64 for? Symbolism. The Voting Rights Act of 1965. Oh, I thought that's what the 15th Amendment was for. Wait a minute. We voted before the 15th Amendment even passed in 5 northern states. We touched on that. We'll get to that at another time. It says the act focused on redressing the legacy of discrimination against African Americans' access to the ballot. The acts were swiftly tested in court and ultimately upheld by the Supreme Court in a variety of decisions in 1964. Emboldened by these remarkable achievements, other groups marginalized by discrimination have organized to assert their rights since the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Disenfranchised Americans have used it to challenge discrimination and harassment based upon race, national origin, religion, gender, and more. So basically, we are the mules.
That's right.
Let's jump on the African Americans back. I just was on a panel discussion a couple of months ago, about 2 months ago, where I was situated between a bunch of Asian Americans talking about Asian American unity. They don't have a clue. When the question was asked, what can we see eye to eye on and meet on the middle with, they start talking about, well, gun control. What? Gun control? I don't know. I might put that video up on the channel. I think people need to see that. How you need to address people. Because we don't do what Roland Martin and them do. We don't do this right here.
Kadoo. White folks ain't that bad. Kadoo. Look at that. Look. I'm so happy. I just do my happy dance.
No, we don't do that. Brother Ali, you had anything you wanted to share, brother?
Man, shit. You you went in, bro. Like, god damn.
Man.
Damn. So this is what I would say. I don't know if you hit this or not because I didn't catch the very beginning. But one thing that has to be understood is that Congress did a fact-finding. They went on a fact-finding mission, right? And in that Asian American Pacific Islander bill, I call it that. They can call it the COVID-19 bill, whatever they want to call it. But if you look at it, the findings lay out, as you read, all of the specific things that pertain to Asian Americans as it relates to COVID-19 coming to America from China and the people having to face certain types of discrimination or as they're calling it, hate crimes here in this country from other Americans or whatever. So the fact of the matter is what gave rise to that bill, was everything that was going on during the pandemic to Asian Americans, right? The things that they had to deal with. This didn't have anything to do with black people because black people have been going through.
Wait, Ali, wait.
All right.
Wait, it did. They blamed black people so that they could get the bill passed in the first place. Roland conveniently forgot that part. My brother Ali dropped off. But yeah, Roland conveniently forgot that part. He conveniently left that part out. Wait for my brother Ali. All right, yeah, because when you get finished, I want to play one of the clips I played earlier. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. No, what I mean by that is our plight has been consistent in this country. So that particular bill, is rooted in the civil rights legislation that was put in place for the freedmen and their descendants, right? We know that that's at the basis of what they're using because they reference the James Byrd Act, and some I don't know if you mentioned Heather Heyer, right? But the Heather Heyer Act is also based in the Civil Rights Acts or the Reconstruction Amendments, which is where the civil rights laws really are coming from. They're rooted in the 13th and 14th Amendments, right? That's the basis for the civil rights laws that we wound up getting after that. So the history shows that, like you said, our people have been the mules, have been the ones that have carried people across to the places where they're trying to go to, right? As early as the suffrage movement for white women have been trying to use our civil rights legislation from the time of the 1870s, right? I was just reading about this morning, the suffrage movement with white women trying to use the 14th Amendment in order to get the right to vote back in the 1870, 1869. I think this case was in Wyoming or something like that. So these people have been using, and I understand that, you know, the Asians, even the Voting Rights Act, a lot of people don't know this, but the Voting Rights Act, and you can look this up, the Voting Rights Act of 64 or 5 or whatever it was, gave, it helped Asian Americans access voting rights, right? Because they were supposed to be getting discriminated against as well due to language barriers and other different things. The Voting Rights Act, if you Google this, Google how the Voting Rights Act helped Asian Americans gain access to voting. So our struggles have been at the basis of everybody else's come up, so to speak, you know? And so, but the point I'm trying to make is, in terms of that particular Asian American bill that just passed, not having anything to do with our particular plight, is I'm saying that our people have been going through things, and if it was just us that they were looking at, they wouldn't have passed that bill, just like they haven't passed any anti-lynching laws.
That's right.
That's the point I'm trying to make, is that if it was just about Black Americans, you wouldn't have got that bill. There wouldn't have been no COVID-19 bill, regardless of how many of y'all get shot by police or George Zimmerman's or them European devils that shot Ahmaud Arbery. None of these people are even cops. The dude that went into the church in South Carolina that you mentioned and shot up the church, none of these people are cops. But the fact that these people can do this, and if we had been the only ones going through stuff like that throughout this whole COVID thing, you wouldn't have got that kind of bill. They talked about the fact that Black folks were being discriminated against in the health industry through COVID.
That's right.
Did we get any kind of hate crime bill based on the fact that Blacks were facing discrimination from healthcare workers?
That's right. Nothing, bro. Look, you brought it. You brought up the lynching bill. Let's pull that up. You know, we got this stuff on deck, man. We are not playing with Roland Martin and his crew. We're not playing with these people, man. Matter of fact, no. Let's play a clip. We're gonna use the sister that Roland has on hers, because she set it off really on that segment with the stuff that she was saying. Let's do that. That's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna do that. No more of this crap.
Let me know if it's loud on my end. I'll just mute out.
Nah. Oh. All right. I feel you. Let's play this.
Yeah,
again.
but also, I mean, here's the thing. Like you said, Roland, people don't even look at the details. I think and I said yesterday, there are plenty of examples of how Black people get screwed, justice is delayed, it's hard fought, or is denied altogether. But this COVID anti-hate crime bill is not one of those. It literally creates a DOJ employee position, which, by the way, you don't even need legislation to do this. They could easily do this on an executive level. But I understand that Congress wants to get a win, and they put this legislation forward. And it creates issuing guidance. This is not some new class of protection that's specifically only for Asian Americans.
Not only
hate crimes has been legal since the Title I of the Civil Rights Act, which was for Black people, by the way. And then
see, they keep going back to the Civil Rights Act. That was the theme. That was the theme. We're gonna tie it into. Let me tell y'all, man. You know, everybody know we had our fallout with the ADOS people, right? But you know, I'll give credit where credit is due. because coming into that movement, it forced me to see things that I wasn't really aware of before. And one of the main things was the Congressional Black Caucus, because they said, yeah, they keep trying to diss the CBC. They ain't doing nothing. They're not doing nothing. How they only fought for immigration. And they tied, the CBC tied everybody's fight into our civil rights struggle. They were able to get things done and we got nothing. Let me play this, Ali, and I want to get to that bill and we're going to give a breakdown.
In 2009, you had the Matthew Shepard and the James Byrd Jr. Hate Crime Act that was attached to the defense authorization.
And she brought up that act, Ali. That act wasn't specific to us. That act was, like, I got it right here in front of me. That act was to investigate and prosecute hate crimes. Let me see.
And let me say this.
Real quick, Ali. Thus, to obtain a conviction, the government must prove that the crime was in or affected in interstate or foreign commerce. Remember, they put the DOJ under Holder when he was talking about all of that stuff in Ferguson and it being rife with racism. Then it was a nothing burger. They couldn't do nothing. Come on, man. Yeah, go ahead, Brother Ali.
Also, I just wanted to say that there is no, from my research, there is no federal definition for the term hate crime. I just want people to understand that there is no federal definition for the term hate crime. So that could mean anything. That's why they can construe it to mean anything. So, for instance, one of the things that they tried to construe as being a hate crime was people avoiding Asian Americans due to COVID. They try to say that that is a hate crime. The fact that you want to avoid them.
That's right.
They want to classify stuff like that as a hate crime. There is no, as far as I know, maybe somebody can find it. If anybody out there can find a federal definition for the term hate crime, please drop it in the inbox so we could examine that. But I have not been able to find anything defined as a federal hate crime. Everything that I've been able to research had to do with the civil rights laws and the violations of people's civil rights, and then the criminal penalties that go along with that once you violate someone's civil rights, whether it is under the color of law or not.
So let me play a little bit more of this.
And so this isn't some, all of a sudden now we care about hate crimes. Where is the Afro-American hate crimes bill? What are you talking about? Did you miss the 1960s? Did you miss the Civil Rights Act?
You see, that's why I went through what I went through, and I wanted to play one of these clips again. And what are you talking about? We went to the night, man. Don't get out of here. Who is this person? Somebody please tell me who this is. Because you know what she sound. Wait, real quick, Ali. You know what she sound like to me? This.
White folks ain't bad. Look at that dude. I'm so happy. I'm just do my happy dance.
That's what she sound like to me, bro.
Right. Yeah, and if you read the opening of that COVID-19 bill, what you're going to see is them specifically mentioning Asian Americans. The one thing that the Civil Rights Act of the 60s doesn't do is talk about Black Americans, the descendants of freedmen. It doesn't specifically talk about us, and it doesn't specifically say that America stands with us through all of our plights. Now, there was a lynching law that you brought that we were looking at earlier that talked about the specific things that our people have gone through, all of the different lynchings that have been counted over a certain time period. However, that law has not been passed. No lynching law that has ever been proposed in this country has ever passed through Congress. Not one, and a few of them have been proposed over several years. Not one has passed. Not a single one. So you can go through all kinds of hate crimes because lynching for Black Americans was hate crimes, right? They were hate motivated, right? Ahmaud Arbery just went Ahmaud Arbery was lynched. Trayvon Martin was lynched. Tamir Rice was lynched. Breonna Taylor was lynched.
That's right.
All of these
Lynching
people were
doesn't just
lynched.
mean being hung right by a rope around the neck, family. That's just
Right.
one of the ways of being
That's
lynched.
just one of the ways of being lynched. Lynching is an extrajudicial murder, meaning you're taking away someone's actual civil rights, part of which is the right to a jury, right? The right to have a day in court. That's a basic civil right. You're having your day in court. The fact that you got people acting as judge, jury, and executioner on the streets is lynching. It doesn't even matter if they use a rope. It doesn't matter if they use a gun, right? If you look at Title 18 of the United States Codes, it'll lay out what it is that they're talking about when they're talking about when they're actually talking about lynching, but they don't use the word lynching. And I feel they don't want to use the word lynching because that would probably overcome the immunity that police are able to use to get off with lynching people.
That's right. That's right. And this is, that was the theme of what Greg Carr and Roland Martin was talking about. I played Greg Carr talking about qualified immunity is not going to be in the bill. Roland speaks about it, and they basically saying, so what, it's not going to be in. You need it. Look, let's pull a bill up. Let's pull this bill up, family.
I bet you if you was able to get an anti-lynching law passed based on the legal definition of lynching, it would overcome any qualified immunity that anybody tries to use as a defense, especially if you can actually prove that something was a lynching. And I believe that law enforcement knows that, and that's why they are so against lynching laws. Particularly these European men, they're against it because they know where that shit can go.
That's right. That's right. Because that starts to mess with qualified immunity now. Because what the cops is doing is lynching. What they did to that brother in Louisiana was a lynching, family.
That's
and
right.
And now you can't use qualified immunity because you have something. This is the bill right here, fam. Let me blow this up. Let me put full screen this. Because they said we don't read. See, but he wasn't talking to us. We're just answering the call. Well, I guess he was talking to us because he, lumped in ADOS, FBA, B1. And while we don't call ourselves any of those terms, we over here understand that those people are descendants of freedmen. So that means you are talking to us. So let's look at, no, I'm sorry. Do I got the wrong thing? I got the wrong screen pulled up. All right, cool. Hey, HR 55. Again, this was introduced January 4th, 2021. No movement on this bill, family. 117th Congress. That's this Congress. In the House of Representatives, Mr. Rush, Bobby Rush introduced the following bill, a bill to amend Section 249 of Title 18. There goes that
Title
section
18.
again. There goes that section in that title again. To amend it, Ali, of the United States Code. See, what you just broke it down, bro. You just broke this down. So, Section 1, short title. This act may be cited as the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act. Section 2, remember, Roland Martin and his cronies lied and said that the Asian American bill wasn't specific to Asian Americans. Well, it only mentions Asian Americans in the bill. It says nothing about everybody else. What it does is use the framework of the Civil Rights Act and the laws, the positive law that was developed out of it.
The James Byrd Act.
That's right.
Stuff like that. They're referencing that. They're using that as the basis to build their case or to build this legislation for Asian Americans.
That's right. Mules. They use us as mules. Okay, Section 2, findings. Because the George Floyd Justice and Police Act don't mention us, family. That act is even if it had the qualified immunity in it, that's the only thing in it that would be worth something. See, they want to get that bill passed so they could go into 2022 and say, look at what we did. Always capitulating to the neo-Confederates. The left wing has been capitulating to the neo-Confederates since this country began. The only ones I give props to was the radical Republicans during Reconstruction, because they wasn't trying to hear no capitulation. They went at Abe Lincoln when he started talking about giving immunity and what's the word?
Amnesty.
Oh, not amnesty. Oh, I just can't. Anyway, let me read this thing. Congress finds the following. In the 20th century, lynching occurred mostly in southern states by white Southerners against black Southerners. So now we're talking specificity. This is a bill that's specific. They're not trying to pass this bill. She talking about we got to go talk to Rand Paul. I don't got to talk to no damn Rand Paul. Y'all control the Senate now. Why do I got to talk to Rand Paul? What are you talking about? Person, lady, whoever you are? Y'all's PhDs and media back, that means nothing here. I went at, let me say this before I finish reading. I went at this scholar, Runoko Rashidi, about, we was debating over the Moors. And he was trying to come at me on a low, and he was trying to say all of this stuff and all of his experience. And everybody came on this thread talking about, yeah, this brother done traveled all over the world. And it was from that point I developed this saying. It's not what you know, it's what you can show and prove. It's people that feel that they know that the earth is flat, but they can't prove it. Sis, it's not what you know. You can know a lot of stuff. Can you prove it? Especially can you prove it in front of somebody like us? Because you can't prove none of what y'all said in that segment in front of us. We will destroy every last one of y'all's arguments. Let me continue. In 1892, the Tuskegee Institute began to record statistics of lynchings and reported that 4,742 reported lynchings had taken place by 1968, of which 3,445 of the victims were black. Specificity, but still not passed. We got to use incrementalism, right, Greg Carr? Africa Carr? Isn't that what his Twitter handle is?
And mind you, we are a significant ethnic group in this country. I don't want people to ever forget that. The Asian Americans don't outnumber us. Chinese Americans, let's do it this way. Chinese Americans don't outnumber the descendants of freedmen. Japanese Americans don't outnumber the descendants of freedmen. Okay, Pacific Islanders in America don't outnumber the descendants of freedmen. Our numbers are very significant. I don't know why anybody, not only are they significant, but like the brother always saying, we're foundational to this thing. We're foundational to this thing. Why in the hell should we have to always be the basis of somebody else's thing or fall in line behind somebody else, some Johnny come lately, some immigrant to this country, somebody who came here voluntarily, and they're facing some kind of backlash because of COVID-19 coming from, and particularly we're talking about the Chinese at this point. But we got to get behind these people and deal with incrementalism while they get the stuff that they want within a year's time. Within a year's time, they get in this thing, man.
That's
you
right.
Can't even get when was the first anti-lynching bill proposed to this in this country, man? That shit had to be like in the early 1900s or something. The first anti-lynching bill, I believe it might have been one that came from the NAACP. You guys got to excuse me. I'm driving, so I'm just kind of going off the top of the head right now.
Let me just get through this. Ali.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just get through this one section that I have highlighted here.
Okay.
Evidence by NAACP investigator Howard Kessler documented the extreme brutality of these lynchings. An excerpt of Anatomy of a Lynching further illustrates this point. After taking the nigger to the woods about 4 miles from Greenwood, they cut off his penis. He was made to eat it. Then they cut off his testicles and made him eat it. And they say he liked it. Like, now, I highlighted that for a reason. After taking the nigger to the woods about 4 miles from Greenwood and mutilating this man, so scared that for his life that he ate his own testicles and penis. This is in this bill, though. The buffer class, Roland Martin and Greg Carr and them, is speaking about incrementalism.
And being happy with what the Asians got, because some kind of way you're included in that. Like, man,
no.
I'm included in what they're getting. I'm supposed to be happy about that?
No.
Because I'm allegedly included in that?
That's right. Nah, we're not doing that no more. Greg Carr, Africa Carr. You know what Greg Carr just sounded like to me, bro?
Kadoo. White folks ain't that bad. Kadoo. Look at that, dude. I'm so happy. I just do my happy dance.
That's funny.
These dudes is coon. Ooh, I said I wasn't going to say coon tonight. I said I wasn't going to say it. Because they want to stick to that. You know, the Democrats, they want to say, they call us coons. Then the Republicans, they call us coons. So we chilling with the coons. But we're going to just show some visual representations of these dudes. Gadook. Nah.
White folks ain't that bad.
Because there's 2 wings on the bird of white supremacy, a right wing and a left wing. Both wings want to keep us down. Y'all see me all the time pull up the reparations joint. The Democrats said, yeah, go ahead, Ali, while I pull this up, bro.
Man, yeah, so listen,
they playing with us.
There's no one that can convince me that I should be happy about Asian Americans getting a hate crime bill because they getting into fights with people, right? And mind you, we don't even know that these people didn't instigate some of these things. How do we know? Because all these things are based on the words of the people who are making the complaints. Do you know how many Black people have been attacked by Asian people over the years? How many, particularly Black women, being attacked by Asian Americans? So they had a lot of balls in attacking people. Remember the little girl out there in California at the Korean grocery store? I don't know if you all remember that. But the little girl in the Korean grocery store who was attacked. Oh my God.
And you talk about, my bad, I just gotta say.
Yeah.
You talk about in California?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
15-year-old girl got her brains blew out. Letitia Hollins.
There you go. And so we have a history of violence against Black people, right? Black women in particular, by Asian folks. The nail salon places, the beauty supply places. Yet there are like tons of videos online where Black women getting beat up in beauty supply stores or nail salons and so forth by these people, by Asian people. Yet no one passed any kind of hate crimes bill on behalf of Black folks. We've had to deal with hate crimes. Like, you know, if you want to just talk about harassment or getting into fights with people as being a crime, well then shit. Black people have had to deal with that from everybody, because everybody comes to the United States and attacks Black people because, like we always say, that's the American way. That's the thing that's portrayed to everyone around the world. This is what you're supposed to do when you come to this country. You attack Black people.
That's
Because
right.
that's the class of people you're supposed to step on in order to come up. So we've had to deal with attacks based on racial bias from all kinds of people. Ain't nobody ever think about putting no hate crime bill together for us because of nothing like that.
That's right. That's right. Sister Cynthia, I'm gonna pull her comment up. The dire anti-lynching bill in the House of Representatives on January 26, 19. I don't know if you said it. Did it pass, sis? It seemed like you missed that part of it. But I'm not familiar with that. But what I am familiar with is, because they said we don't read, but this man right here, let me see if y'all can see that. Hubert Harrison, who fought the NAACP back in the early 1900s and started going at Du Bois because they didn't want to pass the anti-lynching bill. The NAACP wouldn't even support the lynching bill. They said we don't read. See, people read a bunch of different stuff. I got a bunch of different books about a bunch of different things. And this was a black brother that came from the islands that understood that he wasn't an American Negro, but that he was more well-educated because he wasn't brought up in the American school system where they didn't get a proper education, came here and used his education to help our people, understood the difference in what he was fighting for, race-based politics or policies, I should say, and class-based policies, knew the difference, said that the Negro was the touchstone of modern democracy, of this modern democracy. The touchstone is the thing you test to see if the gold is real on.
That's right.
So we're still the touchstone, but that's all we are. We've like basically a piece of lead that has never been transmuted into gold. Where are our political alchemists at? Because Roland said we're not even wannabes. We're never gonna bees. No, Roland, you got us wrong, brother. We are the will bees. We are the will bees. So I got this article pulled up. I'm not gonna go through it. Democrats debate timing and wisdom of reparations. Y'all know this article. Let me put it in the chat because I bring this up all the time because it's just more proof that these people don't want to do nothing for us. In this article, it speaks about how Democratic leadership is saying, forget this reparations talk or else we're going to lose in 2022. They said that in 89. When Conyers passed submitted the first bill before it was called H.R. 40. I forget the number, the original number. After the same CBC that Roland says we shouldn't have no smoke for, voted for the American Civil Liberties Act, which paid the Japanese Americans reparations.
That's right.
Obama come in office, don't talk about reparations. Obama sticks to that thing because he ain't one of us anyway. He's a dark-skinned white man. That's what a darker-skinned white man. I don't want to say dark-skinned, a darker-skinned white man, a tanned white. That's what he is. He's not one of us. He's not a descendant of freemen. He don't care about us at all. He get your cousin Pookie off the couch. That's what he said. So, family, we have to get on here tonight and show and prove, call out Roland Martin for the smoke. He always tries to belittle us. He tried to belittle the brother Kwame Brown because he's cool with Charlemagne and them. He's cool with them. You know that Democratic pipeline where you can go on and say, as you're running for president, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Trump couldn't have said that. And do not get it twisted for any new listeners. We do not rock with Donald Trump over here. We don't rock with none of these people. We're trying to
That's
build
right.
our own political class based off of our ancestors. Matter of fact, let me put my ancestors up. Bruce and Revels and Frederick Douglass. Let me put my ancestors up behind me real quick. Let them get a little shine. Let them get a little shine real quick. Straight up. Let's put our freedmen ancestors, our superheroes up. Now you want to diss the brother Kwame Brown because he's calling out the go along to get along gang, which you're a part of, Roland Martin. Belittling people, speaking condescendingly, calling them stupid asses. For those that just joined, I played a video earlier of Roland Martin telling people, he was out in Athens, Georgia, telling people if they don't go vote, kick them out the house in the middle of winter during the height of COVID, family. How messed up is this dude? He don't care about you. He don't care about you at all. That's right, Sistrella. Time for a third major party, the Freedmen Party or the Freedmen Caucus, one of them. It's time. Somebody said the fitted is blocking Frederick Douglass. So I'm just saying I can't sit like this. You know what I'm saying? But we going to let the ancestors shine here. We going to let the ancestors shine here. And that's a fact. So Roland Martin, the call is put out for the smoke because we just dissected your whole segment. We dissected your whole segment, bruh. What's good? What's really good? You know, he said Uncle Roro. Like I said earlier, only women call themselves Roro.
It's like
he seemed like he grew up around a bunch of aunties and church women.
Yes, that's exactly what he seems like. Because I've never heard a man refer to himself in that way. It's like we were talking earlier, like Lala or Kiki or something. You know?
Lala and Kiki. Lala, Kiki, and Roro.
The heck, man.
All right, look, we ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna clown because we want him to take the debate. Because he's the type, like the rest of the people we had to smash on this platform, that will take a little soundbite of 2 minutes and forget about the 2 hours of information that we addressed. Straight up. So no more of this cooning. I'm not calling you a coon. I just said no more cooning.
Allegedly.
I
thought he did.
Brother Kwame said allegedly. I think.
So they say.
So they say.
Yo, that brother be having me cracking up. I think I said. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
Maybe. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh man.
Let's see. Cause I know Roland. I know he watching. I know his people watching. I got this streaming on Facebook. I got this streaming on Twitter, and I got this streaming on YouTube. It's gonna get back to him. It's going. Oh, and we're gonna tag him. Oh, call whoever this one sister is that don't know what the hell she talking about.
Right.
Right,
everybody's using our civil rights laws to advance their causes.
OGO throwing him a lifeline. He said maybe he got 13 nieces and nephews, so Uncle Roro may actually be from what one of the children call him. All right,
okay.
All right, man.
That's like Uncle Lala.
Uncle Lala. Uncle Kiki.
Uncle Kiki. Uncle Roro.
Uncle
That's
Roro.
funny. Yeah, but maybe so. Maybe you know, one of the nieces or nephews or whoever came
Yeah,
up with that. But that's personal. That's for them. That's for the babies. If that's something that the babies is calling you, that's their thing. Why are
that's
you
right.
perpetuating that as a grown ass man?
That's right.
Talking about some Uncle Row.
Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. So, we did our job tonight. We do what BTP does. And we gotta keep this momentum going. You know, like I said, our topics are not as important as everybody else's in their minds, but our topic and the topics that we discuss, in my opinion, are some of the most important that you'll come across on YouTube. Those in this Freedman space. Because we are speaking to the issues that speak to us. We just undressed the Democratic shill and his cronies tonight, his underlings. Greg Carr just skinning and grinning at everything Roland Martin was saying. Like what Roland Martin was saying was right. How could everybody just be wrong? Let me tell y'all, my brothers and I debate all the time. We agree on a lot of stuff because we've been building for so long. And every once in a blue, we have them times where we have our debates. We be on it for hours. We be on it for hours. And there's always mixed. It's not just one individual, right? It's somebody debating with somebody, and two people might be on one side and three people might be on the other side. Or one person might be on one side. Hell, I've been the one person debating everybody in the crew before. Like they just sitting there just agreeing with everything. How could everybody just be wrong? How could everybody just be wrong and spewing it like they right? How? Gee.
I know
that's
one
what
thing.
I'm talking about. That's the hashtag right there, Tanzania. BTP versus Roland Martin. Y'all share this out. Tag them. Let that be the hashtag. BTP versus Roland Martin. Let's see if Uncle Ro going Hillary shuffle his way on up here on this plan. We'll come on his platform. We have no problem with it. Because, see, they try to overwhelm you with all of the stuff that they memorize. That don't mean nothing. that don't mean nothing. It's not
Yeah,
what
a lot
you
of
can...
times, a lot of the stuff that people throw at you like that is irrelevant to the actual points, right? They're usually fallacious in their rooting, right? But they do that to throw you off, right? So the truth of the matter is, why is it that Black Americans were upset about the AAPI bill passing through Congress so fast, right? Why is it that Black Americans were so upset about that? That's the thing that they're not dealing with. It doesn't matter whether they try to say, well, this bill includes everybody. Well, this is not our issues are not all lives matter issues. Our issues are specific to us, right? And so we are part and parcel of this government, have been for centuries. We have been for centuries, and we're foundational, right? We are qualified to stand on our own and to have our plight dealt with specifically. We don't need to be put into someone else's thing. So whatever's going on with Asian Americans is their business. Our issues have to be dealt with. And the point that he's missing, and that the rest of those people on that panel is missing, is that our people have to have our issues dealt with once and for all. It doesn't matter what they think these people are doing. It doesn't matter what they think is inside of this bill. We got to have our things dealt with. We have the right to have them dealt with, period.
That's right. That's right. All right, I see your messages, but I'm thinking I might do a part 2 to this discussion. and have a open panel. I think, bring the family up. Let the family talk, man. It's time to let the family talk. And, I'm looking on Twitter right now. We getting some love in the Twitter sphere. Like, we building. We are growing. And do not forget, family, about the reparations rally June 18th at the state capitol in Atlanta, Georgia, at Liberty Plaza. Do not forget about that. 11 a.m. Be there. The freedmen reparationists are going to be out there for our first reparations and justice rally. Oh yeah. We are not playing. We are taking control of this thing, Roland. So when McDonald's bumps up that advertisement, Be the Power is going to be BTP media's platform is going to be in position to make sure they get some of that, a slice of that pie as well. And we might not even ever run a McDonald's commercial. I'm just being real. I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't want to make no decisions for the whole team and whoever else we bring on. I'm just telling, because I'm vegan, so I don't eat most of anything.
Right.
But
right.
Look, we did our thing tonight. Hey, Roland, your move next. Your move next. Let's see if you're going to call out my name. Call out BTP. Like you said on your show. You're going to call them out. Like you called out them other guys. I don't know them other guys, but we ain't them. Ain't no knock on them because I don't know them. I'm just saying we are not them because we're us. Call for that smoke. Brother Ali, you got any final words to leave the
Peace
family
to everybody
with?
that tuned in and that rocks with BTP. We love y'all and respect you, and we respect your time and appreciate your time. The thing I would reiterate is that Roland needs to understand that our people have to have our issues dealt with specifically. You can't lump us all in. We're not this whole BIPOC thing and trying to deal with us as if we're part of some BIPOC situation is only designed to erase our plight and to bury our plight up underneath everyone else's. And it's not fair. So for him to even make the argument like our people are crazy for feeling slighted by the Democratic Party after saving them, right? This is our history. Our history is to save white folks, right? To save America. We save America. We saved the Jews during the Holocaust. Our black freedom fighters in the military go over to Germany and save the Jews over there, right? We saved these people during World War II. What was the name of it when they? What did they call? What was the name of the black airmen that were? Was it the Tuskegee Airmen?
Yeah, I think it was the Tuskegee Airmen.
Okay,
the
so
Tuskegee Airmen.
The Tuskegee Airmen providing cover for the white dudes flying and making sure that they can get home, right? Saving America. This is what we do. We save the Democratic Party. We save Joe Biden's candidacy. We save Kamala Harris's candidacy. And these people turn around and act like you don't exist or that they can't actually address the things that you want them to address. And that's wrong. And it's crazy for him to think that we're bugging for wanting our things addressed after dedicating our time and our efforts to saving them and their careers and their country and their Democratic parties and all that kind of stuff. That's insane. He's crazy for even thinking that we're crazy. Something's wrong with people like that. But that's all I wanted to say, man.
No doubt, no doubt. So family, y'all already know what it is. No more soft shoeing. Because all of that stuff that they were saying, like I said, the first segment was great. And it was great because he was trying to position himself. He was talking about Byron Allen. He broke down the case. So these people know how to be right when they want to be. And then
Byron Allen taught him well, man. He taught him what to say.
On that first segment?
Yeah, on that first segment, I think he was using all Byron Allen talking points.
Mm-hmm. On the second segment, they show their true selves.
Exactly.
They show their true selves like chameleons. They go from truth to lies. And when I was listening to them, I couldn't help but think that they sounded like
Kadoo. White folks ain't that bad. Kadoo. Look at that. I'm so happy. I just do my happy dance.
Oh, I'm gonna be using that way. I'm gonna be using that one right there on this platform. So y'all already know what time it is. Share the video out. Make sure y'all use that hashtag BTP versus Roland Martin. The sister Tanzania said the Hellfighters in New York as well. Okay, cool, no doubt. I'll leave y'all with the motto of the platform, which is don't just fight the power, become the power. And then and only then will you have the power to make a change. And with that, I say peace.